So the markets have been dropping this last week, but there's not as much fear in the marketplace as one would think there would be at this time. And I'm going to share with you what I'm actually seeing right now. This is actually called short-term analysis, and this is John Howell here, your number one market trader. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, let's get straight into it. Traders, I've actually just put up a replay of a webinar that I recently did. If you go to John's, JOHNS, freetraining.com, or there should be a link in the description there. Go over there right now. Put your email address in. I'll add you to my database so I can sell you more shit later on. But you'll actually get, isn't that transparent? And you'll get instant access to a replay of a training that I did, walking you through my number one trading systems and the 3 secrets you must know in order to generate an income from trading. Over the last 18 years, it's what's actually I've had to learn to do that. So if you're struggling with trading right now, then I promise you, there's 3 secrets there. Secret number 1 is definitely going to help you if you're losing number 1, and you'll be able to see what I mean over there. johnsfreetraining.com. So the really interesting thing, look at this here. So markets have been dropping, of course. Like I called this, a long time ago, right? It's like, look at this. This is the that's that there. The S&P has been falling off a cliff. It's just like this was baked in the cake, right? This is baked in the cake. And the thing is, like, we're getting a lot of selling points here. And same for gold. Look at gold. Gold's almost at the bottom here. Baked in the cake. Baked in the cake. I told you guys. And yes, I did do a video a few days ago talking about the big picture. So don't you bumblebees and monkeys come, wow, you did a video saying the market's going to go up 2 days ago. You're wrong. I tell you, what I do now, I used to block people's ass. Now, I got the bumblebee emoji. Well, actually, thank you guys, because I saw that in the chat box a few videos ago. So I just take that every time that someone's been a bumblebee, they say something like that. When I do like a really long-term video, and I say, this is what may be happening, and now I'm doing short-term technical analysis video, and they go, oh, you did a British video, all right? It's like that little bumblebee chat box, right? So what I do is I get the little bumblebee emoji and put it in, and like they do their little comment thing. My reply is bumblebee emoji, bumblebee emoji, bumblebee emoji, bumblebee emoji, bumblebee emoji. It's like, and then I click reply or send, bumblebee emoji. I love it. So, just continue to fall off a cliff. Silver's making all-time new lows again, guys. And the whole thing about what I'm saying here is not about like, oh, look, I got it right, so on and so forth. No, traders. My hope is that you go back to those videos, look at what I was using to say this is what's probably likely to happen, and it did happen. Maybe you can actually take that thing that I taught you and add it to your trading plan to supercharge your success. Oh, what a quinky dink. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. And by the way, you rugby league fans here in Australia, right? I was talking to a few people like recently, right? Like I was talking to someone who's a Penrith supporter. Oh, look at the Eels. Eels killed Melbourne Storm. They're on a roll. Go Eels. Parramatta Eels, rugby league supporter. Here we go. So the whole thing about that, guys, once again, is like, listen to what if you could just, it's not about you. Like, it's not about me being like, look at me, I got it right. No, I'm saying that as a bit of entertainment, but at the end of the day, I used certain simple things, not 1,000 indicators, or just one simple line on the chart, which is a moving average. One moving average that gave me guidance on this. This is what's going to happen. That's what trading is all about. Okay. If you want to get ahead in the markets, then what I found is that most of the time when we're actually trading this market, guess what? Most of the time out there is a whole bunch of bullshit. It really is. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, yeah, all these indicators and stuff out there, I promise you, if you look at the most successful people out there, guess what? They don't use indicators. Now, when I say don't use indicators, they use moving averages, right? The most successful people out there use moving average, but then guess what? The most important thing is the market, the chart itself. And that's where your success is going to be. Now, let's have a look at this here. Now, if we have a look at this, we've actually seen this thing through here when it comes to this market here. And again, traders, if you go to johnsfreetraining.com, if once you see my trading system, you're like, oh my goodness, you'll realize that I have a chart pattern and one moving average, and it gets me over a 90% success rate. Now, again, I have like a 4-step checklist or 5-step checklist that I use and make sure I qualify the pattern properly. But at the end of the day, it's just the chart and a moving average. That's it. And guess what? You can do really well. Because guess what? The most important thing is the chart. Most people when they're actually trading, and I did this myself, right? Most people when they're trading, guess what? They use it's like 90% look at the indicators, 10% chart. Like, no, flip it on its head. 99% chart, 1% indicators. And when I say indicators, moving averages, you don't need stochastics and RSI and all that sort of stuff to do really well in the markets. We just think, right? We think, oh, there's all these indicators are going to help us. And you guys know, right? You guys that are using 1,000 indicators right now, guess what's happened to your trading? I guarantee there's a whole bunch of doo-doo, right? A whole bunch of doo-doo. And it smells, trust me, because I used to be the doo-doo, right? I was the doo-doo once. Please don't be the doo-doo. Remove it. Go get the free training that I get access to, and just start to simplify your trading. Simple is best. Don't complicate it. And you've only got 2 things right now. You keep complicating your trading, and you're going to get a whole bunch of doo-doo, and you're going to keep smelling. Every time you get out of bed, it's going to keep smelling, and it's going to get worse and worse and worse until you say, you know what, I'm sick of this place, I'm out of here, and you leave, and you actually leave the markets. 90% of you guys will do that, right? 90% of you guys are going to go. 90% of you guys right now are, oh, no, trading's not for me. Right? Then the other 10% or maybe even 5%, you're going to say, you know what? Yeah, I actually really need to simplify this process because what I'm doing right now is not working, right? And I'm using 1,000 indicators. Anyway, so if we have a look at the actual VIX, look at the VIX, look at this here. And this is what I was saying, there's actually not a lot of, even though we've been dropping, look at this here. Drop. Stock market drop, stock market drop, stock market drop, stock market drop, right? So we're getting a bit of a drop here. Now, remember I said before, one of the big things I'm keeping an eye on for, now I'm going to bring up that bullish video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we could be forming a massive bottoming pattern here. I don't know yet. I'm not saying we are, right? But we could be. That's what I'm watching for. So, but in the meantime, look what's happening. Even though we've been having this nice pullback through here in the markets, look at this here. Where are you? I'm trying to find, where is that? There we go. Look at the VIX. The VIX is like, yeah, I guess there's fear in the marketplace, right? I guess there's fear in the marketplace. And then you look look at this here, fear and greed index. If you just type fear and greed index into the Google, there you go. There's a little good grammar for you. Right? Neutral. So look what happens here. You know, like, again, it's like if you type in CNN fear and greed index, that this will actually appear. Okay, but we're still at neutral. Now look what happened back in the past. Look, we're still here. This is the diagram here, right? Let's actually zoom in a bit more. I'm going deep, y'all. Going deep. She said, "Are you in yet?" And I think I'm going deep. Anyway, God, do you guys realize it's actually 6:15 a.m. in the morning here? Because obviously I live in Australia, so I trade when the market closes. I only trade half an hour a day. That's all my trading done for that. That's all I need to do, half an hour a day. Because I have my scans and there's my systems on. Again, in that I show you everything in that John's free training. Just go there, you'll be able to see it. So anyway, so look at this here, right? This is where up here is the greed, right? Down here is what? Is the fear, right? Look at this. So you can see back in the past, back in the few months, we were down right here. We were almost at the zero. Extreme fear, extreme fear, extreme fear. But even though the market has actually been pulling back and we're actually not that far off the lows, look where we are right now. There's actually not that much fear. It's like neutral, right? It's like, there's not a lot of fear in the marketplace. That doesn't make any sense to me. There's actually, that tells me that there's actually not a lot of fear in the marketplace right now, which tells me that we're probably going to have a lot more downside of the come because they're going to freak people out, right? Again, I'm not going to trade based off that, but it's really interesting to see that we are not there. What do you guys think about this? This is blowing my mind. I'm like, hang on a minute. We should be at least down here somewhere on the fear due to the fact of what actually happened with the good old stocky market. Right? If I go back to the good old stocky market here, look at this here. The good old stocky market, this is what's happening right now. So maybe, just maybe, remember I said before, traders, maybe just maybe, this could possibly be a higher low here. I don't know if it is going to be, but it's just really interesting to see that when there's not a lot of fear in the marketplace. So maybe we're still waiting for that really big bang to freak people out in the marketplace. So it's really, really, really interesting to see what's going on there. So anyway, traders, I hope this helped you out. The two really big things I want to share with you in this video is, number one, there's some things that I've used to call this pullback here in the marketplace, and all I did in both scenarios, both gold, silver, mining sector, and also the stock market, I used one simple moving average. It was a 52 moving average, but I used it in a conjunction of overbought, oversold by using one simple moving average. And then I also used it as a momentum indicator to say there's a lot of momentum on the downside, and that pullback in gold and silver is probably going to likely to end. And that's the whole big thing there, right? It's like, take what I teach you, flip it on its head, and start to use that in your trading. And the second thing that I talked about today, guys, is all about the fear and greed index, and also the VIX. There's actually not a lot of fear in the marketplace, so that's really interesting. Since where we're at right now, we've been pulling back hard. There's actually not a lot of fear there. So I wonder what that actually means in the markets. We will find out eventually, obviously. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment section in below. And guess what? All bumblebees are welcomed. Traders, I want to invite you to my webinar that I'm running today. And on this webinar, I'm going to share with you all the details to my #1 trading system for the last 17 years and how I only trade 1 hour per day. Plus, also going to be learning the 3 secrets that I had to master over the last 17 years to generate a really good income. If you go to johnsfreetraining.com, or there should be a link in the description, click on that. Go over there right now, register. If you are struggling with the trading right now, I promise you this is going to completely game change, because you're going to understand why you are going backwards and why you're losing money. And then I'm going to teach you exactly what the system I use that gets me a really high % win-loss ratio. So this is what I want you to do right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go over there, register for my webinar right now today, because you're going to absolutely love it. Or there should be a link in the description. And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. So go to that right now, and I look forward to seeing you on my next webinar. Go to that right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go to that right now.